It's only 11 something, but why does it feel like it's 2 something? We just vibing, we just crazy, baby.
What's up, YouTube? It's Cralisa Victoria. I am back with another video. If you guys are new to my channel, thank you so much for tuning in. And if you've already been subscribed to my channel, thank you so much for subscribing. And make sure that you guys like, comment, share, subscribe, comment in the comment section below. Let me know who you are. But the long-awaited video, I don't know if you guys are long awaiting it from me or just long awaiting it from the general YouTube population, but I'm just going to be doing a count on my locks. So you guys know that I've started my lock journey back. I had locks in the past. I had them for 2.5 years and I decided to comb them out. So now that I'm back with locks, I'm almost a week in, and I'm just going to count my starter locks, okay? So I don't know how I'm going to do this because I kind of want to look in the mirror while I do this, just because I have real short ones. And I'm going to add some clips too. Please ignore my background because, like I said, I'm in the middle of cleaning up and I just decided to shoot these videos now. But let's start counting. Okay, so the number that I've come up with is 130. So I don't know if I'm gonna end up splitting a few, so I can have more, or if I'm going to end up combining some when I end up actually getting to a longer length. Right now it seems like, and I could be off by a number or two, because I did feel like me not being able to see the back of my hair, it might have allowed me not to see. So I would say somewhere between 130 and 140, my locks. But I definitely think somewhere right around 130. I might end up, like I said, going through my whole head and filling out which ones feel a little bit thicker so I can have more. I think it'll just be prettier down the long run to have between 140 and 200. I don't think I'm gonna have 200, but I'm just saying 130 is not a bad number. Even futuristic, when you think about combining them, I probably won't have to combine too many over this entire journey. But if I am going to separate any of them, I'm going to make sure I do it tonight, because they're actually in a state where the product I used was a heavier product. I actually will show you what I used to do it. I twisted up my hair using the Murray's beeswax. Now in the past, when I used to have locks, I used to use this brand as well as some other ones, but I didn't use the beeswax version. I just used this brand, and there was one that was non-beeswax that wasn't so heavy on my hair. But being that I'm starting out, I need something that's going to be a little bit more heavier, or a better hold, because my hair, you know, has a different fine texture to where not everything will allow for it to hold. So I wanted to put some extreme hold on my hair, because I'm not going to be retwisting it or anything like that for at least 2 weeks, 3 weeks at most. And if I can go longer than that. But for right now, I'm almost at my week's mark. I wanted to shoot this video, show you guys how many locks I had, starting out. So about 130. And I might, like I said, if I come back with another video, I'm not going to count them, but I am going to tell you guys exactly how, like if I decided to branch outside of the amount that I have now and go for more, or if I decided to stay with this number. And I know the number is not so big. A lot of people are not big on how many locks they have, but I feel like if you want a specific look in the future, like if you want to have a smaller look, not sister locks, but you want something that your locks to look smaller, then you go for a range. Like when I was doing my hair, I wasn't like 1, 2, you know, like I wasn't doing the sections to say I need to have 140, so I need to palm roll 140 or coil 140. I knew that I wanted right around 100 something. But like I said, I'm just gonna feel around my head, feel which locks are a little bit thicker, and the ones that are a little bit like I feel like could be split, I'm going to split them. Like I said, I think I'll be good if I had somewhere between 100. Well, I'm good at the number that I'm at now, but I just think it could potentially look like, I think I could potentially have a few that are like this one right here. I could split this one, you know, and because it's so, I did such a good job on applying the product, it kind of coils back itself when I take it on loose. Let's see, and I just split it into 2 and palm roll. So I've always liked the palm roll method. I feel like it gives your hair a like when it actually buds, this will be a good method to keep it the way that it needs to be. Some people swear by doing interlocking, which I've done interlocking before. It's not difficult. It's basically taking, some people use like the tool, but you take it and you're putting the end through the root and you're pulling, and that's how you're getting your hair to look the way that it looks. So I am just going to, while I'm thinking about it and while I'm doing it, I'm not going to spend the duration of this video doing this, but I just want you guys to see basically what I mean when I say that I'm going to go through, figure out which ones are a little bit thicker at the root. If I feel like they're thicker and they can handle being split like that, I'm going to split them and I'm going to twist them. Now over time, if they're too little, like the ones that I'm splitting right now, like if they are too thin is what I'm basically trying to say, then eventually I will have to combine them. But for right now, we're not gonna know how my hair is gonna actually bud up. So, you know, at this size. Now, when I first had locks, I had a good amount of them, but I did not have as many as I do now. And I did like the size that I had. I don't think I had this many. Like me trying to recount, like these two, I'm gonna end up making these smaller. But I'm trying to recount. But I think that, yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think I had this many. I felt like I had like, I don't know, I had a good amount, but I don't think I had almost 140, 150. I had a good amount, just not this much, I don't think. I mean, from the looks of it right now, it looks like I'm gonna be off to a really good start as far as how many I'm going to have. And like I said, I know people are not pressed about how many locks they have, but the only reason that I want to make sure that I'm within a certain number range is because I feel like the outcome is going to be different. If you like, I know some YouTubers say, oh, well, I don't care about how many, it doesn't matter how many locks you have. The reason that I feel like it kind of does when you're starting is because if you want to go for a specific look, you're going to have to kind of know, I mean, density and all of that with your hair is different based off of each person. There are some people who have only 100 locks and it looks like they have 200, you know, and I get that, but I think that it's wise to know the number, like around the number or the size that you want, because imagine if you want not so skinny locks, but you want locks that look like, you know, medium size when they bud up, and you do your locks too big and then you don't like them. Well, you're not going to be able to, you know, I'm not going to say you're not going to be able to redo them, because you can, but you would have to start over. Opposed to if I do my locks now and I do them too small, like I could just double head dragon and I can combine them, you know. Being a person who's already had locks in the past is like, for me, I know a little bit about the, you know, the dragon life, and I feel like if your locks are too big and you're trying to make two-headed dragons out of them, then you're gonna start getting a bigger look on locks. So if you just go ahead and you start at a size that you feel like is pretty decent, you know, if it ends up turning out too small, that's fine, just combine them over time. But if they end up being too thick, like thicker than what you actually imagined when you start, that's gonna tick you off. Like if your locks don't come out to be the size that you know, anticipated. So as a person who's had locks in the past before and who are going back to them right now, I would definitely tell you all that go smaller. I'm not saying you have to go sister lock size, but I'm saying if you go at a smaller length, I mean a smaller size, and you don't care too much for the smaller size, then start to combine them. Start combining them. But like I said, I would not recommend you guys going with a huge size, because how they look right now, like thin and everything like that, these are gonna bud up, and when they bud up, they're gonna be thicker than what you see. So if you think this is skinny, imagine when it buds up. It might get a little bit bigger than this, or it might get way bigger than this, but both ways it's gonna be bigger than this. So I look at this size is small. It really is, you know, but when it buds up, it's going to be thicker, and I already know that. So imagine it being thicker than this, actually budding up. It's gonna look really good. So you guys have to think about what you want to do. And then also, I know some people, you know, they want to color their hair right when they actually lock in the middles, or their hair fully locks. My encouragement to you all would be, if you know you want to bleach your hair or anything like that, do it before you bleach your hair and do all that stuff before you actually twist it. That's what I did. I used, if you guys didn't see it, catch my video on Color Oops. Basically what Color Oops do for me is it takes out my old dye that I've had in my hair for a long time. So my hair was jet black, and it took me back to like brown tones, and then after that I was able to bleach it, tone it, bleach it again, and then obtain this color. I came from jet black hair to blonde in literally one night. So I don't know about your hair, you have to be careful. Those chemicals are very strong. But if you don't typically bleach your hair, like I don't bleach my hair every week, so my hair was able to sit there and take me doing that bleaching session all in a daytime. Now, like I said, if you're not locking your hair up or anything like that, then I would definitely say bleach your hair in stages. Don't bleach it all in one night. But if you know you want to start a journey by a certain time and you don't want to keep waiting, then I would definitely say bleach your hair before you start. For some people, you're going to start way shorter than me. Like my hair, when I first locked my hair was like probably this, like one of these lengths all around. So it was very not cute. But so now my hair is like, now that I'm locking it now, I'm actually locking it from the length that I'm at now. And it's not gonna be always the cutest stage, but I think if you're a person who likes any type of color in your hair, I think being that the lock phase isn't always cute to start, sometimes color does work better. So I would encourage you to dye your hair a color before. And even when your hair grows out, if you don't want to color it again because you don't care to have your hair colored all the time, that's fine. Like for me to color my hair, I like it when it's blonde. I like it black too, but this also gives me measurement to be able to test how fast my hair is growing, because my roots are going to turn black. And I'm not going to be dyeing my hair until at least I lock in the middle or longer. So, basically probably like 4 or 5 months. And my roots are going to start being black. So we will see exactly how my hair takes off, how it turns out. I'm excited. Something new, something fresh again. I have been debating this for a while. If you guys listen to my videos, I already said that a long time ago. But starting something new again, getting my life back onto a good journey. And in the meantime, in between time, I will be just palm rolling when I get time. That's a nice little way to help your hair to start to stay together and then start, eventually like trying to bud. It's just palm rolling. I'm not going to do too much for it. And when you palm roll, you don't have to necessarily try to palm roll the roots unless you're doing a retwist. But when I'm just palm rolling in my spare time, I'm actually trying to palm roll the strands of the hair. I'm not worried about making sure the root palm rolls. I'm worried about the actual hair palm rolling. So I know this video is a bit long and it was about counting my locks, but I also wanted to chit chat with you guys and show you guys. So today's July 4th. So we are 4 days in. Tomorrow will be 5 days into my restart to my lock journey. And yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, if I separate any more, it's going to be right now. I'm just gonna sit and separate which ones I feel like I could still separate, because soon they're gonna be doing their own thing, and the last thing I wanna do is interfere. So which one did I just separate? Can't even find it. Yeah, soon they'll be doing their own thing, and I don't want to get in the way of that. Like, see, the one that I just separated, I should have separated, because at the root, I could feel that it's going to be very, very, let me feel the root again. Yeah, like this one feels like it's gonna end up being thin. So I'm gonna actually rotate that one back together. And that's a way too to know if the one you separated, if you're doing too much, because if the root seems to be really thin after you separate the two, then maybe you shouldn't have separated it. Because as it's growing, you don't want to, you want thicker roots. So yeah, I'll be back with updates on my hair, but in the meantime, I'm still gonna just be shooting regular videos. So you guys let me know what you want to see, what you like to see on my channel, and I guess we can go from there. But in the meantime, in between time, I'm gonna separate a few more of these and call it a day with my separations. And like I said, over time we'll just combine what needs to be combined. And if it all turns out for the better, then awesome. I don't need to combine. But if it ends up being too thin and it's just not working out, I will combine them. And some of these I'm just gonna add a little bit more of this because I'm separated. So some of them are not, you know, readily returning back to the coil as bouncy. They're returning but not as bouncy. So yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna let you lovely people go, and until next time, I'll see you beautiful people in my next video. Give this video a thumbs up, let me know what you thought, and let me know, are you locked? Are you thinking about getting locked, or have you been locked in the past? It didn't work for you, or you want to return? Let me know, I want to hear. Comment in the comment section below. And until next time, again, like I said, and I keep saying, I will see you beautiful people in my next video.
It's only 11 something, but why does it feel like it's 2 something?